To Emily, he started to look lonely underneath the facade of Caprice. He seemed tired of all the gallivanting, the rumors, and the numerous flings. We were all a little lonely, aren't we? Perhaps even he. He invited the family over to his chateau and commented on how empty the building felt sometimes. Oh, that closed that out. Oops, oops, the daisy. He invited the family over to his chateau and commented on how empty the building felt sometimes. My music was his guilty pleasure. It got him through the cold nights, he said with a sad grin. How he wouldn't mind a warm soul to touch. Oh. And before she could stop herself, Emily had begun to imagine his lips on her neck on one of those cold nights. I don't know what this story is going to get into, and I hope to sake that my second monitor is not recording. That'd be horrible. Emily shook her head, trying to erase the thoughts in her mind. They were having a perfectly mundane conversation. She didn't know where those thoughts came from. Fortunately, her father didn't seem to notice. Music and loneliness struck a nerve with Francois' pride. He had immersed himself to his music tutoring, his students, and Catherine ever since his wife had gotten sick. It had been 6 years. But sometimes the nights were cold, for Francis the Marquis was speaking to his soul. He was a kindred spirit. He wasn't a pompous showboat like all the other royalty Catherine had played for. The Marquis even had a wine collection he wanted to show Francis. Such a down-to-earth, generous young man. Emily, your face is flushed. Are you all right? I'm fine. Just the sun, probably. This was not true, of course. The afternoon sun had already lost most of its heat. Thankfully, Catherine provided a distraction. She ran towards their little huddle and flung her arms around her father's torso, chattering happily about gardens and butterflies. A young, ragged girl followed behind her. Emily wasn't sure how old the girl was. Her dirty blonde hair hid the left side of her face. You could just see faint traces of scars peeking through. A surge of motherly affection caught hold of her heart. Hello there, young lady. The girl looked down at her toes, but she gave her a shy smile. I'm gonna quick save. I see you've made a crown of flowers. No one has a crown of flowers. Alright. You look very pretty. Thank you, madam. Catherine gave it to me. Alright. Rosa does not have a crown on her head. This story, it needed more visuals. I mean, I probably couldn't make something. I tried making, I looked and I found a 2D video game program thing, and I just lost my mind. I could probably do it, but I was too lazy to read through like millions of pages of tutorials. Right, sister, this is Rosa. She's really nice. She knows the name of all the flowers in Sir Gilly's garden. Catherine, there you go again with your silly names. Sister, help me convince Papa to let Rosa stay with us. Catherine? Papa, please let her stay with us. She doesn't have anywhere to go. Now, Catherine, this is not very nice. Rosa, here is a girl. She is not a kitten you can just pluck from the street and take home, like you always do with stray animals. Goodness knows we have all the stray cats Frances living in our house. France living in our house. Yes, I know she's not a kitten. I know she's a girl. But shouldn't we take her home even more so? Frances sighed. Guillermin chuckled under his breath. He was clearly enjoying this exchange. Your daughter has some very unique views, Sir Pride. Well, Sir Gilly, what do you think? Huh? They like just change spots. It's like switch where they're standing. Guillermin's face lost his casual bystander look. You're a Marquis. I'm sure my father would follow your orders, right? Shouldn't we take Rosa home? Guillermin's brows furrowed at being put on the spot so suddenly. He stole a glance at Frances, who was silently pleading him with his eyes not to humor the child. He cleared his throat. Well, I'm sure it's up to your father since he owns the house. He will have to clothe and feed Rosa, you see. Yes, but I've got that all figured out. Ever since Sister moved to work, nobody minds the house anymore. And I have to wash the dishes every time. Ugh. Papa's so busy, and we always have enough food for the two of us. If Rosa stays, then I wouldn't be so lonely on my own. She'll wear Sister's old clothes and will mind the house when both Sister and Father are away. She can wash the dishes sometimes, and I'll wash them sometimes. Guillermin and Frances shared a look. And besides, if it were up to me, I'd have people take one girl home in their house and give her food. Girls don't even eat that much. Not sure about boys. She thought for a bit. But I'm sure it's not too much that people can't take them home too. One time I ate one whole plate of potatoes and my stomach hurt. If Rosa was there, I wouldn't have eaten so much. Maybe. Guillermin couldn't help but laugh. Frances rubbed his neck in embarrassment. I'm so sorry, sire. She's very headstrong. Father, I'm sure taking Rose in wouldn't be much trouble for us financially, yes? My new work pays better. I'm sure we can adjust. Well, about that. Perhaps if Rosa works in my household, it wouldn't be much of a burden to your family, Sir Pride. Sir Gilly is great. You are truly a kind soul, sire. Not at all. I'm sure I need her help more than she needs mine. Isn't that right, Rosa? Rosa's blushing, and the little girl is with her red cheeks staring creepily at us. In that case, I would love to offer my home to Rosa. Although I'm still worried that this is supposed to be more complicated, sire. What about her family or her friends? Are we violating any laws, perhaps? I'm not even sure. As long as it's consensual, sire, the details can be smoothed out later. The girl was quiet the whole time. She was looking at her toes, or at Catherine. Rosa, do you have any family, relatives, or friends you stay with? No, sire. My mother died a long time ago, but she guides me always. So please don't be compelled to mind me. No, don't go back to the streets, Rosa. It's September. It's gonna be really cold soon. Oh my god, I hate the cold. Accept the offer! Take it! Dude, I hate the cold. So I take like long, when I can, I'll take long hot showers. It feels so good. I hope my mic didn't pick it up as well as this because I'm talking. Well, I'm out of time. Not out of time. I just want to be able to upload these. They don't become super long. And so this 2 sessions, well, one session is going to be divided up to two. So see ya.